How's it going, guys? Brandon from Manga Guys here today to review One Piece chapter 813. And boy, was this chapter very interesting. Now, if you live in the Tri-State area like me, good luck to you. Hope you guys have power and everything. Snow begetting is hitting really hard right now. Like, overnight we got at least a foot, which is really crazy. I'm not saying I don't like it. I love the snow, but just, stay safe, everyone out there. So on to the chapter. This chapter pretty much concludes the Sanji flashback of everyone who got to Zou before Luffy. There's so much speculation that can be made from this chapter. It's insane. Like, we didn't learn that much. We still only know a little bit more, but Sanji, what are you doing? Oh my god. Okay. Very interesting part of this chapter is Brook. As we all know, Brook is like 90 years old. He's the oldest member of the Straw Hats, been around for a while. He seems like he knows something about Sanji. When Brook hears the name Vinsmoke, he says it sends a chill down his spine. And he starts saying, no, it can't be, but then he gets cut off. So he knows something about Sanji, and even at the end, this chapter comes back, and I'll talk about that in a second. You remember at the end of last chapter, Sanji's cigarette fell on the ground, and it lit on fire in this chapter. And then as I started talking, you could physically see Sanji was getting angry, and the cigarette just got brighter. So that could be one of two things. It could just be the cigarette burning, or it could be Sanji's power could be linked with his rage. Because if you remember in Thriller Bark, when Abu Salam, I think was his name, was trying to marry Sanji, and trying to marry Nami, and he was at the altar with Nami, Sanji lit on fire. And this was before he had, he still had the Diabo Jumbo, but this is before he could make his full body go fire, like after the time skip. So his powers, whatever they are, but will be explained someday, I'm sure, are linked to his emotions. So I think that myself personally, that the cigarette lighting on fire bigger and bigger as he was getting mad wasn't just a coincidence. It was his rage at work. We get a little mini flashback inside the flashback of back on Jaya when Sanji said that he's from the North Blue and not the East Blue. And then Brooks says that to get from the North Blue to the East Blue, you have to cross the Red Line, which we know is a big thing. You can't go through the combat unless you're part of the Marines, and they didn't want to go through the Grand Line, I'm sure, so Sanji had to cross the Red Line, and the only thing that we know right now that is on the Red Line is Mary Joas. This kind of solidifies that Sanji's family is a very wealthy one. We don't know if they're celestial dragons or the Gorosei. Those are the 5-star elders. All we know is that they are very wealthy. Caesar also says that if Sanji does marry one of Big Mom's daughters, that the Straw Hats automatically become underlings in her crew. And Sanji was like, whoa, that's not gonna fly. Our captain is not that type of person. He says, close up face panel, like nothing else besides Sanji's face, Luffy is gonna be king of the pirates. Zoro said that, Usopp said that, and they both said those at very character-defining moments. Usopp, back in Alabasta, when he had been given the news that Luffy had died, he said, fuck that shit, he's gonna be king of the pirates. Zoro called him king of the pirates when he lost to Mihawk, but he said Luffy is going to be king of the pirates back in Thriller Bark when he was trying to defend Luffy from Kuma. Those were both very big character moments for the characters themselves. This leads me to believe that the future of One Piece is going to be heavily Sanji focused. I know Oda confirmed this in an SBS or an interview or something, that this year is the year of Sanji, but this just like solidifies it. Boom. This also makes me think that will the other Straw Hat crew members have their years, or their Luffy is definitely going to be the Pirate King moments. I'm pretty sure Brooks said it too back in like Fishman Island. He said Luffy's going to be king of the pirates, but it wasn't like super serious. He was just like saying it to one of the fishmen or something. But maybe everyone in the crew is going to get that moment, and that would be awesome. Now, we don't know who's arranging this marriage, but Sanji says the person that arranged the marriage and the person who made Sanji's bounty poster say alive only are one and the same. It could be Big Mom, it could be Sanji's family, it could be a celestial dragon. She might be doing this just to get the Straw Hats under her. The whole game plan behind this marriage just might be to recruit the Straw Hats as part of her crew, because they did just get a bounty increase and a lot of notoriety. So Big Mom's like, oh, I want these powerful people to come work for Mama. Yeah, come to Mama's tea party. Come to Mama. Come on. So of course Sanji says, no, we ain't going with you. He says you could have Caesar, and Caesar's like, what? Nobody gives a fuck about Caesar. People say he's gonna join the crew. Fuck you, he's not joining the crew. Not happening. He's a dislikable douchebag. Oda's not writing him to be likable at all, even though he's past his villain stage. Now he's just an annoying character stage. He's not going to be a Straw Hat, so everyone stop. Sorry. They said they'll hand over Caesar, and Caesar obviously doesn't like that, but Capone says, you seem to misunderstand, Blackleg. I'm just the invitation boy. Here's your invitation. I ain't taking yes or no's. You're coming to Big Mom. You're inside my castle, my domain. He is overpowered inside his castle. He can bend anything to his whim, like the furniture starts coming alive, cannons appear out of the wall, the chandelier lights start turning into knives, like everything's just like, you sure you want to fight me? Go ahead. Go ahead. So Sanji, he's not a dumbass. He's not like Luffy. He's not just going to start swinging in a place where he can't win. He's smart. Sanji is, even though he's a dumb pervert, he's smart. He asks for a pen and paper and writes a note. We don't get to see what it is right away, but he gives it to Nami and tells her to show it to Luffy and everyone else. We also meet one of Capone's crewmates, Monster Gun Vito. It says in the introductory box that he's his advisor, but maybe that means vice captain, because you could tell that the Capone does his things differently with his crew. They're like a whole family, not in like Luffy's family sense. They're like an Italian mobster family. So this might be, his advisor might be like his right hand man, like, Capone, you need to get rid of this guy. He's bad for the family. Sorry, that was my bad. Don Vito Corleone, which is who I'm guessing this guy is based off of Vito Corleone from the movie Godfather, because it has to be. Like, if it's not, I'll be surprised. But his design is pretty interesting. He has these huge hands. Like, you can tell he probably strangles some fuckers with these hands. And he's not called Monster Gun for no reason. If you just take a second to look at his guns, they're probably the size of like someone's head. They're at least like, they're supposed to be pistols, I think, but they're like enlarged, like this big. They're like shotgun-sized pistols, which is pretty cool. And he's got a really long tongue, so maybe he's some kind of lizard devil fruit eater, or he's just really weird. Also, his laugh is New-ro-ro-ro, and after everything he says is Riro. So it's really weird. Like, this is like weird for One Piece. The next thing that happens is super important. Vito goes into Sanji, whispers something to his ear. Of course, we don't get to hear what he says. Sanji's face goes from blank to super pissed off. Now, after he whispers this in his ear, Sanji changes his tone completely. Before it was, you're not gonna fuck with us, you could have Caesar, we're gonna go. Now, Vito whispers this in his ear, he's willing to go by himself, not with Nami and everyone. He's willing to go with Capone. So whatever he said, this is going to be huge speculation from now until whenever they reveal it, which I'm guessing is a long time. Whatever Vito said to him changed his mind completely, so I have no idea. I'm not a theory guy. Probably Roger's Base or some other theory people are working on this already, but after this one chapter, we don't have enough information to make a solid theory about what he told him. But whatever he did, it changed Sanji's mindset from, I'm gonna get out of here, to, I gotta get everyone out of here and go with them. So it's huge. Sanji takes a second, he lights a cigarette, and then he says, how'd you come to get this information? And then Capone goes, you're an idiot. Our leader is Big Mom, one of the 4 Yonkos, so she definitely has some kind of intel on Sanji's family. That might be what I'm guessing this is, even though it doesn't make sense. I just have no idea what he could have told him that would make him change his mind. I have no idea. Capone says that if Big Mom tells you to die, you die. And also Vito said before that Mama hates 2 things: bitter treats and party no-showers. So if you get invited to Big Mom's tea party and you don't show up, you're basically a dead man. This is putting some hype on the tea party. Like, we have the world leaders, I forget what it's called, it starts with an R, I don't remember, I'm sorry. It's the meeting of the world leaders, like Vivi or Cobra and Alabasta is gonna meet, and King Riku is gonna meet. If you remember in Hody's flashback, Hody Jones, he said he wanted to go up to the meeting of these leaders and kill all the world leaders so that everyone feared the Fishman. So that's happening soon, and now the tea party with Big Mom is happening, and apparently whoever she invites, if they don't show up, they're a dead man. So I don't know if she invites Yonkos or like really strong pirates in the New World, but I'd definitely be hyped. Like, I'm more hyped for the tea party than the world leaders meeting. Sanji gives Nami the note that he wrote to Luffy and everyone. Now this is where the rest of the chapter starts having the feel of, okay, goodbye Sanji, we're getting farther and farther. He's like distancing himself from them. He says that he's really sorry that he never told his friends, his crewmates, about his past, and that he didn't do it on purpose. He says this is something he has to deal with on his own. And Chopper says, what, not us? And Sanji's like, no, I have to deal with this on my own. So Sanji, there's more to his past than we thought, as obvious, and this is super interesting. Sanji says he's sensing a powerful presence. He turns out later it's Nekomamushi. He's sensing him outside, which is cool that he could sense him from inside Capone with his haki, which is observation haki is Sanji's specialty, armament is Zoro's specialty, and conquering haki is Luffy's specialty. Oda stated that in SBS. Sanji says to everyone, watch your heads as you go out. And I don't know how he did this, but he kicked them and somehow the door inside Capone opened and they go flying out. So that's kind of like how was Sanji able to know where Capone's door was or how to get out of it? That was a little like Deus Ex Machina-y, but I'm not too mad at it because they did come in to Capone, so maybe he just remembered where they got out of him. But it's still a little So he kicks them out and Caesar's like, what about me? Sanji grabs a gun from somebody. I guess they just didn't notice. He sticks it to Caesar. He goes, you know, chill everyone or I'm going to shoot this guy's brains off. Capone says, alright everyone chill. We can't focus on catching the straw that got away. There's a powerful monster outside. And then we get to see who was outside. Nekomamushi. Looking like a fucking boss. Even though he's beat up. Like I said in my live reaction, Nekomamushi is a big motherfucker. I'd like to say he's at least Whitebeard size because Capone is like here. He's probably 5'something", 5'7". Dude's looming over him, so he's at least like 20 feet tall, which is intimidating on its own, but we already know he has some power because he fucking flipped Jack over. You could tell Capone is scared because you see like sweat drops. Nekomamushi says, what happened to Peckham's over there? He's out cold, lying in blood. And Capone says, oh, I'm one of Peckham's friends. He's shitting his pants. He's a little scared. Now this next part is very reminiscent of Enies Lobby when Robin said she can never come back to the crew. Even though it's different, it just gave me the same like chill in my heart vibe. Sanji is still inside Capone and like the little drawbridge to him is open, and Nami and Brook and everyone are like, come on Sanji, come out while you still can. Why are you doing this on the wall alone? Let's wait for Luffy and everyone. And then we just get Sanji. This panel. Sanji looks over, is smiling. Happy smile. You could tell it's forced though. He says, I promise I'll be back. Tell everyone I said hi. And he also says, this is my problem. I promise I'll be back. Tell everyone I said hi. And then you just get reaction shots from the crew. They're all shocked. They know he's completely forcing this. He's not happy about this at all. Just that moment, I promise I'll be back. That unsettled me so much. That's why I said in my reaction, is Sanji gonna die? Because that's the vibe I'm getting this. It's... Capone then turns his legs into like the rolling part of the tanks and he starts rolling away. And Wanda's like, should we go after them, Straw Hats? And then Brooks, he's crying, he says, no, don't go after them, it'd be useless. Sanji has no intention of coming back. And then we see his note, and I'm gonna read it right here. It says, to my buds, there's this chick I gotta see real quick. Promise I'll be back, Sanji. So that ending, the fact that Brooks said he has no intention of coming back, also leads us to believe that Brook has some knowledge that the other Straw Hats don't have, whether it be of the Vinsmoke family or who they are or just what they are. He definitely has some little bit of knowledge more than everyone else on the crew. So that's why people think Brook knows more. The fact that Sanji wrote on the note, I gotta see a chick real quick, that can mean a couple of things. It could mean the chick that he's supposed to marry, per in or put in. It could mean Big Mom. He's got to see Big Mom real quick because he's going to the tea party. But I don't think he would call Big Mom this chick. Or it could be someone in his family from his past. The Vinsmoke family, it could be maybe his mother or a sister, even though they didn't mention any sisters. But maybe there's a girl at the head of the Vinsmoke family. So those are the three possible chicks I'm thinking of. I really don't think it's Big Mom because he wouldn't call her a chick. So it's either the girl that he's supposed to marry, or I feel like it's his mother. Sorry for the late review. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. That's the review. Thanks for watching. Chapter question. How did you feel when you saw that panel of Sanji saying, I promise I'll be back, and just him forcing that fake smile? Because as soon as I saw that, I just immediately thought to Robin sacrificing herself in Enies Lobby for the Straw Hats, because I feel like Sanji's sacrificing himself, and he maybe deep down knows that he might not come back. That's the feeling I got. Sanji was sacrificing himself for the Straw Hats. So how did that one panel make you feel? That's the review. Thanks for the like if you do like. Dislike it if you don't like it. Please leave a comment with your thoughts, and if you like the content, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Sorry I forgot to rate the chapter. This chapter is going to get a 6 out of 10, a good. Not too much happened, but it's a good that it's set up for the future and that it closed the flashback of what happened to everyone. So 6 out of 10. Pretty good.